Hello, Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. I hope you're well. Thank you so much for being here. I'm Jen with Timeline Tarot, and this is your new moon in Cancer message. It is a general collective reading, so as the messages come through today, take what fits, leave what doesn't, because if it's not your message, it simply means it is meant for someone else to hear. And please check your other placements, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. And if you're not sure what those placements are, in the description box of this video is a link where you can obtain your free birth chart. So for us Gemini, most of you know I am a Gemini sun sign. For us as a mutable sign, this is all about release and transition when it comes to our finances. So most of us will be reevaluating what actually makes us happy in terms of finances. So you could be reassessing your career or the industry you're in, or you could be looking around at your house full of stuff and saying, I don't really need these things anymore. And some of you could also be creating budgets at this time, but you're definitely changing how you budget your money, what you spend it on, and when it comes to material possessions, what's actually valuable to you. Some of you may actually be selling items as a result of this new moon in Cancer as well. So let's see what comes through the reading today. This is for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. What is the new moon in Cancer message for the Gemini collective? Let's get one more shuffle here. Thank you. Gemini, we have discovering truth. You stand in the light of truth. And at the bottom of the deck, you have staying focused, holding the course. I noticed this person on the Discovering Truth card only has like this little backpack on their back as they're moving forward. So yeah, I think some of you are discovering the truth about your finances, maybe reevaluating what you used to buy, changing spending habits. Tell me more about this here for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. What do they need to know about discovering truth? You stand in the light of truth and staying focused, holding the course. One more shuffle. Thank you. We'll take them. We have the Seven of Cups, we have the Hermit, and we have the King of Swords. That's exactly what you're doing. Bottom of the deck, the moon. So it's all happening in the energy of the new moon in Cancer. So this is you in your highest vibration, whether you're masculine or feminine. Thank you, Mercury retrograde, for that stumble. And it looks like you're assessing stuff that you used to spend money on, stuff that you used to like or used to want or used to need. There could be something here of like becoming more grounded when it comes to your spending habits. Tell me more about these Seven of Cups here for Gemini. One more shuffle. Thank you. Seven of Cups clarified by the Eight of Cups. That's exactly what you're doing. The Two of Cups and the Two of Wands. Bottom of the deck, we have the Queen of Cups. So there's something here, and I think this came up in your 6-month reading as well, about, and that was taking place between the new moon in Cancer on July 14th and the full moon in Cancer on December 23rd. There's something here that when it comes to making purchases, a lot of you made purchases from based upon how you felt emotionally. So if you felt really great, you spent money you didn't have, and when you just felt terrible, you spent money you didn't have. Whenever you had an issue with a connection in your life, or you felt like emotionally depleted, or you had to walk away from a connection, or a connection ended, it's like the choice you made was to buy stuff. And I think a lot of you have accumulated stuff that you probably don't want anymore. So I get the feeling here of like selling or releasing items, and maybe only keeping items that you really love, that actually speak to you on an emotional level, right? That's what Cancer is all about. Tell me about the Hermit here. Tell me about the Hermit. One more shuffle. Thank you. The Hermit is clarified by Judgment, the Seven of Wands, and the High Priestess. Bottom of the deck, Eight of Pentacles. I think what you're realizing is I work really hard for the money that I make or the money that I have, and I should not be spending it so frivolously based upon how I feel in respect to my emotional state, or based upon how I feel when it comes to like connections in my life. Like my emotions should not be dictating how I allocate my pentacle resources, like my money. And I think this has been a lesson here for you for a long time. Hermit to the High Priestess. So, and I think you kind of have been blocking it for a while. Like I think in the past, when you were buying things that you probably shouldn't have been buying, and your gut was telling you not to do it, like you're going to have to pay that when that credit card bill comes in, I think you were blocking your intuition on it. So I think the new moon in Cancer is helping you to correlate how you allowed your emotional highs and lows dictate your spending habits in the past. and maybe realizing that you spend money in the past you shouldn't have spent, or you're surrounded now by items that you really don't need. You know, they were just, again, bought in that emotional moment. So King of Swords, it's like you're looking at this very logically now. Tell me about the King of Swords here for Gemini. One more shuffle. Thank you. King of Swords, clarified by the Strength, the Hanged Man, and the Six of Wands. That's exactly what you're doing. 10 of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. There's a feeling here of like reevaluating all of these items that you bought, or just things, you know, maybe even experiences that you spent money on. This is a huge evaluation phase, and looking at it logically, maybe even noticing where maybe you bought items from a place of ego or vanity, like stuff you didn't really need or stuff you didn't really need to afford. But there is a feeling here of like, I'm feeling really good about myself that I finally acknowledged this pattern within myself. And there could also be something here of like, I would have a hell of a lot more money today, 10 of Pentacles, or maybe be a little bit more financially stable had I not made those purchases in the past, or made those spending decisions in the past. Anything else Gemini needs to know about this? And this could even be like calling out from work on days like you're having an issue with your person and now you lose time from work, so you're not making money. You know, it could be, or if you're a business owner like I am and there's an upset in the family or upset with your person, you know, that's the day like I don't record type of thing. You know what I mean? So some of you may be seeing it that way also. Like if you're an entrepreneur, you work from home. It's just realizing how the making and the creating and the spending of money has really been emotional for you, you know, and not a logical decision. This is good. This is growth. This is really good. Hold the course. Okay, might be a little uncomfortable when you realize this. One more shuffle here. Thank you. Anything else you need to know about this, Gemini? The Eight of Pentacles, the Sun card, and the King of Pentacles, bottom of the deck, Queen of Pentacles. I like this a lot for you because by you realizing this pattern, if you will, I do think you're going to create a budget, most likely in Leo season, and you're going to stick to it. And as a result of that budget, you're going to become very wealthy in the future. Like by the end of the year, you're going to be clearing out some debt. You could even be, you and your partner could be like now getting married or making a large purchase together for those of you who are partnered. So this is a really good in terms of like healing your health. And for you, Cancer, that is your second house. So let's get you some advice here, and then we'll close it out with a Moonology card. But this is definitely healing financial issues by linking what you bought in the past based upon your emotions, the up and down of emotions. And as a result, you becoming a lot more financially stable by the end of the year. But it does begin with this like moment of clarity that you're having, if you will, in the new moon in Cancer. Can we have 3 cards of advice here, please, for Gemini? 3 cards of advice. One more shuffle. Thank you. Your advice, Gemini. We have the Sun. Again, that's Leo season right there. King of Pentacles shows themselves again. And the 3 of Cups, bottom of the deck, the Magician. This is huge, okay? Your advice here is to like keep going. Hold the course, okay? If you're realizing what you did wrong financially and you're auto-correcting and you're creating a budget or like a payment plan or schedule to, I don't know, pay off your taxes or pay off a credit card bill, whatever it is, like keep going. There is financial reward for you, most likely within the next 3 months. Some of you will start seeing it a lot quicker in Leo season, but for others of you, it might take 3 months, but you're definitely ending the year on a high note in terms of your finances. But this is all based upon you being able to see how your fluctuation in money, particularly your spending habits, is really all derived from your emotions and how they negatively impact your money. Let's close this out with a Moonology card here, please, for the Gemini Collective. One more shuffle. Thank you. Your Moonology card. What do you need to release? Waning moon. I think what you need to release is your emotions affecting how you make money, how you spend money, and what you surround yourself with in regards to like personal possessions. At the bottom of the deck, expect powerful change. New moon eclipse. Well, this is a new moon. And coincidentally, the eclipse, the only card in tarot that shows an eclipse is the Eight of Cups. So I think what you're going to do is eclipse, allowing your emotions, for good or for bad, to affect your finances. This is huge financial growth for the Gemini collective. It's been a long time coming. Hold the course, keep up to date with those payments. Don't miss a work day because of your emotions, and watch your spending. By the end of the year, you're going to be really grateful that you made this move. That is what I have for you, Gemini. That is your new moon in Cancer message. If you like those messages, they resonated with you, you want to claim all or part of them, please be sure to click like, share, comment, and subscribe. Hype the video on your mobile device if you're able to do that. And don't forget to check out your other placements. Also, if you're interested in the new moon in Cancer collective reading, I'll be posting that later today on Patreon. And there'll be a link in the pinned comment section of this video if you want to join us there. If not, that's quite all right. Good luck with your financial abundance. And as always, I'm wishing you light, love, and peace.